you can see here, these are the characteristics of unit cell. As I said, one by one. Number of atoms per unit cell, coordination number, nearest neighbor distance, then atomic radius, packing factor. We just make a note of this. Then here, I have drawn a cubical okay. So the basic unit of this, so you just consider this as a sodium chloride or some cubical, some crystal that is possessing the cubical lattice structure. So this only one block, that is the unit cell. Okay, so this is said to be the unit cell. So the combination of these unit cells gives rise to a crystal, complete crystal material. Okay, so if you imagine millions and million number of atoms will be there, so finally you will get a complete crystal structure. So you can just consider only one unit cell. So in that unit cell, what are the characteristics you can study? So that's what I have said here. This is number of atoms per unit cell. So how many number of atoms are present in that unit cell? So here I'll draw only one unit cell, just a cubical structure, one unit cell. So this is one unit cell. Okay. So here number of atoms per unit cell. How many number of atoms possessed by this particular unit cell? Only this unit cell, not by the nearby neighboring. Yes. Okay. So coordination number. So this definition I will tell you one by one. So first number of atoms per unit cell. So this is the total number of atoms present in the unit cell, in an unit cell. So that is called as total number of atoms per unit cell. So next one is coordination number. So this is the nearest neighboring atoms surrounding a particular atom. If there is one atom is there, how many number of atoms nearby that particular atom? So that is said to be coordination number. So while I explaining with the help of a particular structure, you will get a clear picture. So just follow what I am saying. So first number of atoms per unit cell, how many number of atoms are present in that particular unit cell. Second one is coordination number. So you just consider only one atom. So that atom should have some contact with the nearby neighboring atom. So that type of atom you have to choose. So with that atom, immediately how many atoms are surrounding that particular atom? So that is called as coordination number. And then nearest neighboring distance. Okay, so it is the distance between the centers of two nearest neighbor atoms. So for example, if you have two atoms like this, so from the center of this atom to this center, so this is the nearest neighboring distance. So it is given by 2r, because half of this distance is r, so totally it will give 2r. This is nearest neighboring distance. So based on the different structure, this value will change. So as of now, you just keep in mind that the distance from the center of one atom to the center of another one atom. Okay, next atomic radius. So atomic radius is just the half of the nearest neighboring distance. Okay. So you know there you got the value, okay, 2r. So it is mentioned by A. Here atomic radius, this one is r is equal to a by 2. R is equal to a by 2. Here you can see. So this is the nearest neighbor distance. Half of this gives the atomic radius. And finally, the packing factor. Packing factor means how much the particular unit cell is packed with the atoms. That means how much space occupied by this atom. Okay, how densely it is packed by that atom. So this packing factor is given by the ratio. It's a ratio between the total number of atoms, the volume of total number of atoms present inside the unit cell divided by the total volume of the unit cell. Okay, so that gives you the packing factor. So that's what here it's given. So it's given by small v by capital V. Small v is the total the volume of the total number of atoms present in the unit cell. So that's what it is again written like this: number of atoms present in the unit cell. For example, if it has 4 atoms, so 4 into volume of the one atom. Okay. So normally this volume, the atom is possessing a spherical shape, so you can multiply it with the volume of a sphere. Now here, total volume of the unit cell. So unit cell, if you say, if you take a cubical crystal structure, then it is A cube. So you can just divide it. So these are the general characteristics of a unit cell. Now we are going to study these characteristics in different structures. So we are going to study about, so I think you have already heard about these structures. Simple cubic, it is mentioned as SC, then body centered cubic, then face centered cubic, and the last one is hexagonal closed pack structure. Okay, so I'll expand this: simple cubic, body centered cubic. You can write one by one. Inside the bracket, you can write the abbreviation. Then face centered cubic. Then hexagonal closed pack structure. Hexagonal closed pack. So these are the abbreviations of that. Okay, so totally 4. Let us study these 2 today: simple cubic and body centered cubic. I think you have written this: simple cubic SC, then body centered cubic BCC, face centered cubic FCC, and hexagonal closed pack structure HCP. Okay, so these are the different crystal structure we are going to study now. Okay, so let us see one by one. So today we are going to study about the simple cubic structure and body centered cubic structure. So you already know the different characteristics of this unit cell. So first characteristics, as you know, number of atoms per unit cell. Okay, so for this so we have to draw something. So let me take a new word. Okay, so here we can. So first, so the number of atoms per unit cell. Okay, so for this first you have to draw a simple cubic structure. So you draw this along with me in your notebook. Okay, so here for this simple cubic structure, you have one atom in each corner. Okay, one atom in each corner. So how many atoms are there? 8 corner atoms. Only 8 corner atoms will be there. So that is said to be simple cubic structure. Now, so what is our aim here? To find the number of atoms per unit cells. So how to find that? First, what is the contribution of this particular atom, okay, to this unit cell? So it is the corner. Actually, this atom will be like this. It's closely arranged, but here we have mentioned as lattice. Okay, so that is why it is simple cubic lattice. So it will be like this, doesn't like this. So bottom 4 and top 4 atom will be there. Now this particular atom, if you cut it into just imagine a sphere, a spherical apple, you just cut it into 8 pieces. Okay, so cutting this atom into 8 pieces. So out of this 8 piece, only 1 piece. So this particular, you can see here, only 1 piece will be inside this. Okay, so other 7 pieces are in another 7 unit cell nearby. So here, this side you have another 1 unit cell, in the front side you have 1 unit cell, here 1 unit cell, okay, and the top you have 4 unit cells. So this one atom is shared by 8 unit cells. So what is the contribution of this particular atom in this unit cell? It is just 1 by 8. So only 1 by 8 of this atom is present in this unit cell. So here you first you have to write. So the number of first you have to write it. Okay, first the share of corner atom present in the unit cell. So that is equal to 1 by 8. So it shares just 1 by 8 of the atom to this unit cell. Now you have to write the total number of atoms present in the unit cell. So that is equal to 1 by 8. So how many atoms are there? How many corner atoms are there? 8. Okay. So every corner atom has 1 by 8 share only. So 1 by 8 into 8. Okay. So what is the total number of atoms present here? So cancel. So only 1 atom. So the total number of atoms present in this unit cell. That means for a simple cubic structure, it is just 1. Okay. So don't think that 8 corner atoms are present, so the total number of atoms are 8. So it is not so, because it has a share of only 1 by 8 of that particular atom. So totally 8 corner atoms are present. So like this, 8 pieces are there. So together it will contribute only 1 atom. Right. Now so I am going to delete this. Just I think you have followed writing. Now what is the second one? First, number of atoms per unit cell. Second one is coordination number. Second one is coordination number. So as I said, the atoms are present very tightly, the top 4 atoms and the bottom 4 atoms. So the 8 atoms that will closely arranged. Now coordination number, you can consider any one of this atom of this particular crystal structure. So you can take any one of the atom. So here let me draw one cube first. Okay, so just consider this atom. So how many atoms present nearby this? So here one atom, 1, 2, and this side another one atom will present. Here one, and at the top you have one atom, and bottom you have one atom. So how many atoms? Just count: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the coordination number can abbreviated is it as abbreviated as Cn is equal to 6. So the coordination number for a simple cubic structure, it is equal to 6, right? So you just draw like this. No need to draw this cube, just you can draw this line. So in every x, y is a direction, and also the negative x, y is a direction, you have one atom nearby that particular atom. So that's why this coordination number is equal to 6, right? So just take it down. Next, what is the next one? So nearest neighbor distance, I think. Coordination number, I think up to this you have already followed. Now nearest neighbor distance. So just as we have studied in the definition, it is the distance from the center of one atom to the center of another one atom. So here you see twice the radius. Okay, so twice the radius. Now it can be mentioned as A. So A is equal to 2R. So this is the nearest neighbor distance. So as you know, in the case of simple cubic structure, you have 4 atoms at the bottom and 4 at the top. So it is actually this present is attached to one another. Okay. So when you calculate this, you will get this value. A is equal to 2R. Now atomic radius R is equal to half the nearest neighbor distance. So A by 2. So you just note it down. Then we can move to the last characteristic, that is packing factor. So next one is atomic packing factor. Okay, we just follow this nearest neighbor distance and atomic radius. Let me write here. Next one is the last characteristic, that is atomic packing factor. So it can be abbreviated as APF. So the formula for this is APF is equal to volume of total number of atoms present in unit cell divided by volume of the unit cell. So all of you know what is the volume of the total number of atoms present in. How many number of atoms present? That is the total number of atom. Only one atom. Okay, so 1 into the volume of the atom. It is mentioned as here. So we can write this 4 by 3 pi r cube. So what about the volume of the unit cell? So it is given by A cube. Okay, so side is A, so you can write it like this. Now you convert this A in terms of R, so you will get 4 by 3 pi R cube divided by, so what is A? A is equal to 2R, so 2R the whole cube, so 8, so 2 cube means 8 R cube. Okay, so R cube get cancelled, then 4 here 2, so pi by 3, so you will get pi by 6. So someone say the value for pi by 6, 3.14 divided by 6, so that is the value of atomic packing factor. If you have a calculator or anything, you just find the value and say the answer. So it is 3.14 divided by 6. Then we got the answer. So you will get the value like this, 0.52, or you can say just 52%. So for a simple cubic crystal structure, 52% of the crystal structure is occupied by atom, and the remaining 48% remain as free. I'm recording this. Is it recording? So one is over. Next, body-centered cubic. So I think you have got a clear picture about this simple cubic structure. Next, let us move on to the body-centered cubic structure. So shall I delete this? .52. Okay. So actually, while I am presenting the screen, I couldn't see this. So it is better you just unmute yourself and say the answer. Very good. Yasakiram, Subhanandini, and Kasirajan, they said the right answer. Okay. So now let us move on to the next one. Let me delete this. Okay. Now, body-centered cubic structure. So for body-centered cubic structure also we are going to follow the same procedure. Body-centered cubic structure. So for this, a little bit of difference is there. So while calculating this atomic radius and also nearest neighbor distance. Now for body-centered cubic structure, how it will be appeared to be? So like this. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 corner atom. In addition to this 8 corner atom, one more atom is at the center. So that is the body-centered cubic structure. Body-centered atom. So this body-centered atom touches all the corner atom, but this corner atom won't have any contact with another one corner atom because of the presence of this atom at the center. In the atom is center present. This one touch. Okay, so that's the difference here. So 8 corner atoms and 1 atom present at the center. So this is body-centered cubic structure. Now, as like before, first one is What is the first characteristic? Total number of atoms per unit cell. Total number of atoms per unit cell. So first of all, you have to write down share of atom. So the share of corner atom to unit cell. So how much it is shared? 1 by 8. So the total number of corner atom. So it is similar to the previous one. Total number of corner atom. So this is equal to 1 by 8 into 8. So that is equal to 1. So in addition to this, body centered atom. So number of body centered atom. So only one atom present there. So this one. So just follow. So following that line, you just write down this. So the total number of atoms present in the unit cell. That means for the BCC structure. That is 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Right? Okay, so you write down. Next one is coordination number. So as I said, the definition for coordination number, you have to choose an atom which has contact with the nearby neighboring atom. So here the atom which has contact with the nearby neighboring atom, so that is the center atom. So that center atom, how much atom it has contact with that particular center atom? All the 8 corner atoms. So the coordination number is equal to 8. So I think you have written this. I'll share these notes also immediately after the class. So let me delete this. Now the coordination number. Okay. So as I said, the center atom which has it touches with the corner atoms like this, and also the bottom 4 atoms. So like this you can bottom 4 atoms. Okay, so totally, so no need of this. So here. Okay, so Cn is equal to 8. Now, atomic radius. So this you should follow this very carefully. So atomic radius is mentioned as R. So here draw this diagram. So this is how the atoms present. So this is the body centered atom. These are the two corner atoms, and along the diagonal you are drawing this. Okay, so this has radius of r, then 2r, and here also r. Now bottom you can say that's A, B, C, D, then E, F, G, H. Okay. So now you are consider this triangle ACG. Consider the triangle ACG. Okay, so just apply this Pythagoras theorem. So this is the right angle triangle. So AG square. So square of this hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of other two sides. So AG square is equal to AC square plus CG square. This AC is the hypotenuse of another one right angle triangle, that is ABC. So what is AB? This is the side of the cube A. So what is BC? This is another side of the cube A. So here you can write AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square plus CG. So that is again the side of the cube A. So you can write CG square. Now A square plus A square plus A square. So 3A square. Okay, so what is AG? AG is equal to R plus 2R plus R, the whole square. That is 4R the whole square. 4R the whole square is equal to 3A square. Right? So you can write 16R square is equal to 3A square. So what we want? R. Okay, so R square is equal to 3A square divided by 16. So from this R is equal to root 3A divided by 4. So this is the atomic radius. From this, if you want to find A, just A is equal to 4R by root 3. So this is how you have to find. So first of all, you have to find the value of this particular triangle ACG, Pythagoras theorem. Then AC is again a hypotenuse of another one rectangle triangle. So again you have to apply that same theorem. So AB square plus BC square. You know the value for AB, BC and CG. You just apply here. 3A square is equal to, and AG is nothing but this square of this value. So 4R square and the mathematical thing. So finally A is equal to 4R by root 3. So this is the atomic radius. Now just I am giving as an assignment. So in the next class you have to say what is the atomic packing factor of this. So how? I will tell you the formula. APF is equal to small v by capital V. So that is the volume of the total number of atoms present in the unit cell divided by the volume of the unit cell. So how many atoms are there here? 2. Okay, so total number of atoms 2. So 2 into 4 by 3, 5R cube divided by A cube. So instead of A, you have to put this value 4R by 3 the whole cube and substitute it here. Then just to cancel out the common terms and find the value for A here. So that should be greater than the value of simple cubic structure, since it has one more atom present at the center. So find the value and say the answer in the next class. Okay.